what's up?
Hey there, good sir. Man, what a day. How are you doing, man?
It's Wednesday.
Wow. Well, I don't know. I just feel like there's so much going on. It's kind of crazy. And I haven't
It's
felt
weird
that
because
way.
I felt the opposite all day.
I know, and I haven't felt that way in a while. What's up, Jason? Thank you for popping
What's going
in.
on, Jason?
Shout out,
Fozzie.
Fozzie. So, man, I don't even know where to start. So I feel like it started yesterday. This was when I felt like things were starting to turn around, right? First thing is, I mean, I think that was yesterday. Was it yesterday when Big Boy got arrested?
Yeah. I think I didn't see it till last night.
Yes.
I think it was
So, like,
after the stream.
it was crazy. Well, I'm not even going to say that because I think these other people are good people. But it was crazy because I saw, like, first I saw the original post, and then I saw everybody else's comments on it, and it was pretty crazy. And everybody has something to say now that he's in jail for threatening the judge on his divorce lawsuit via text
I don't think
message.
we know that that's the actual charge, do we?
That was that we don't know if that's the charge, but the
Right.
statement that I saw were that this was bound to happen after that. That was
I
the
think
last straw.
I think it might go a little deeper than that.
I'm sure
I
there's
mean,
more.
first of all, it's definitely a felony because other states do not hold people for extradition on misdemeanors. Hell, some counties won't even hold you on a misdemeanor. You know what I mean? So it's I don't know what the actual charges in Georgia are, but
Yep. But that
and I
was
didn't
what I
see
read
any,
all through
huh?
there. Well, that's what I read all through there. That
Yeah.
was the bridge too far.
I mean, I know he was, but did he threaten her or was he harassing her? And I mean, it could be, I mean, you can't really just harass a judge. He could claim freedom of speech, but freedom of free speech. Uh, but I don't know. The only thing I seen on that charge was on the arrest sheet was so felony. What did it say? It said F. Either way, it's a felony hold, so he'll get extradited from Florida. And then most of the time, they usually have up to 30 days to come get you. Another state will have 30 days to come get you. And then the transport's not going to be fun. I'll tell you that.
Right.
Being shackled, even if you're only going from Florida to Georgia, being shackled on a nice long drive is not fun at all.
Sheesh. Georgia to Florida. I mean, that is one heck of a drive, too. That's pretty crazy. Pretty
Florida's
crazy.
long, so it depends. I don't know where Valencia County is. I think that's where he got arrested, right?
No idea. No idea. I saw it. I saw AJ's post about it, and he was basically just wishing him well, but also saying that, like, of course, this was going to happen. It's a bridge too far. But it definitely has been crazy to watch him crash out in real time on a hard ass bench in the back of a van, probably from Lamborghinis to shackle. What a fall from grace. Yes. And speaking on this topic, right, I told Desert that I had something special for him. Okay. So I spent a very small amount of time today on TikTok. And then there's like the TMZ one. And then I saw this picture. And I was so flabbergasted by this picture, I had to throw it in AI and check and see if the AI, like if the picture was AI generated or not.
Right.
Okay. So I threw it in Grok, and I cannot wait to share this with you. You're going to love it. I think that I need to just do it this way. I've had such a hard time doing things the way that I want to. So the thing with my internet, they claim that it was Ad Blocker Plus. So with ad blocker plus on, you talking about crazy MFers going to jail and you think of me? WTF. Absolutely not talking about and we, well, yeah, we never say anything bad about, well, things happen in life, but this one is funny. You're going to like it. So I'm going to share this screen. I don't know. Devin, do you like cucumbers? Boom.
Footage from the
same jail as.
Are they really holding hands? That's not. That's not. That's got to be. That's got to be AI generated, because there's no way that Sam Bankman-Fried has
They're
a
in the
freaking
same
body.
jail.
I
Well,
I understand that, but unless he's been doing a lot of burpees, there's no way he has a body like that.
telling you right here, it says that there's not the distortions that lead to. It says it can't be 100% certain. However, based on visual evidence, the image appears to be real photograph or video still rather than AI generated.
Yeah, I don't. That dude looks ripped, bro. And I'm sorry. The best thing would be to like take, or it's just a dude that looks like him.
Anyways, I loved it. I thought that was funny.
Like,
They're in the same block, but definitely AI. So it says it's not
Yeah.
AI. So maybe, I saw it. I thought it was funny. I threw it in the thing. I wanted to check it out and see what was going
Hold
on.
on, zoom in on them shoes though. Diddy's got some real crappy shoes for being damn near a billionaire when he went to jail.
You know,
Those are pretty shitty looking.
I don't know. I don't think too much about that. I figure that like Diddy's probably, he probably takes those shoes off a lot.
And does he have an earring in?
Yeah.
You can't have earrings in jail. Is that no? What is that?
Could just be a light, but yeah, it definitely looks like an earring.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you can't.
Crazy. I thought it was funny. But anyway, so there we go. There's our little bit of lightness. And let's see where we're at. We're right there. They don't let you keep your shoes. Exactly.
Well, that depends. That depends on what kind of custody. County jail, no. County jail, you get chanclas. When you're in the holding tanks, you get your shoes, but they take your shoestrings.
That's so wild. I need my
But they may do it different in the feds in New York. I never did Fed time. So the feds may be a little bit different.
Diddy has tattoos on his chest too. Well, There we go. So mystery solved. I've got a whole bunch of bookmarks. Finding the bottom of them is actually the crazy part. Anyways. Hey, yo,
You
what
walked into a Diddy party, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, so let's see. What do we do now? We reset the room.
And set the room and go into market update.
Yep. All right, hit it. Hit the reset.
All right, everybody, do us a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, and notification bell. If you are on X, tag some DGens, give us a repost. We go live Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. PST, bringing you the daily news nightly. Okay. All right, let's get the freshest data to see what's going on here. So we're down 2.6%, coming in at 2.957 trillion. Real low volume for Wednesday, 94 billion. Bitcoin dominance at 58.6, ETH at 8.25, and less than one GUI to send to ETH transaction. All right. So Bitcoin's been basically under 87 all day. We are getting a little bit of a pump right now, but we're coming in at 87,382, down 0.3. Ethereum at 2023, down 2.2. XRP at 237, down 3.6. It took a massive hit today. XRP did. BNB at 621, down 1.5. Solana at 138, down 4. Doge at 1964, up 1.3. We got Cardano losing that SR level at 74 cents, coming in at 73.53, down 2.1. Tron at 23.19, up 1.9. And let's see how far. Sweet. We got back up to 19, coming in at 2.69, up 8.3 on the day, up another 2.8 in the past hour. If you are in the trades and setups, I put out this trade right before it started to pump. So put it out at about 262 or 263, and it started to pump. So if anybody took it, I'm still in it. All right. So biggest gainers on the day, we got Maker. Maker Maker just pumped, because when I checked earlier, SWE was the top gainer. That's why I put it in the title. But Maker coming in up 10. We got SWE up 8.2, Pepe up 6.9, Toncoin up 3.4, Tokenized Exchange up 2.9, EOS up 2.7, Stacks up 2.1, and then we just kind of fizzle out from there. So we definitely got some movers. No double-digit movers, but we got a few. Biggest losers is going to be Movement, down 12.5. We got Hyperliquid down 11.3. John's got a story on that. We got Pi down another 7.5. Kronos giving back a little bit, down 7.1. And Story IP down 4.6. And then just down a little bit. But, we got the quarter close on Friday, the weekly, the monthly, everything closes on Friday in TradFi. I thought they would do a little bit more banging the close, but who knows? You know what I mean? This could be it, or we could see come tomorrow and Friday morning, which are usually low liquidity days. And because Wednesdays are usually high liquidity, and we're only rocking 94 billion in volume. So Devin hit it right on the head. It's just boring right now. So boring. And you can't even really trade right now because there's no volume. There's no movement. You need price action to trade. I've barely been able to do any trading the past couple of days. So
well,
we'll see. We'll see when we get into the charts here in a little bit.
So I'm excited to talk about the hype breakdown, and I'm glad Devrin's here because I know that he's going to love this. So a word from our sponsors. Join us at Rare Evo, the top blockchain conference, August 6th through 10th, 2025 at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. The top blockchain projects like Algorand, Midnight, HBAR, ICP, Thorchain, and Igon, and many more are going to be there. This is definitely a must for blockchain enthusiasts and fans. Use discount code CryptoNightly to save on your tickets and to support the channel. Don't miss it. We can't wait to see you there. It's going to be a blast.
Boom. Hey, and you had your screen all set up. That's what I'm talking about.
There we go. All right, so here it is. This was my favorite breakdown of the Hyperliquid stuff. So shout out to F. Gontham, or Gonthams, right? So he wrote this up, so I can't take any credit, but I love it. He says, a trader pulled off the most galaxy brain DeFi play of 2024, forcing Hyperliquid to choose between a $12 million loss or revealing their centralized controls. The outcome, pure chaos. Here's how the 200 IQ move went down. All right. The 4D chess setup. Spot long plus 6 million perp short on Jelly. Target, a tiny 20 million market cap token. Strategy, force liquidate own short position. Make Hyperliquid inherit a toxic position. Pure evil genius, right? So they made this crazy perp short. The target, 20 million market cap token. with the intention of getting liquidated, which made the protocol close their position and take it over. What happened next was absolute madness. Trader pumps the spot price hard, gets liquidated intentionally. Jelly explodes 429% in 1 hour. 20 million turns into a $50 million market cap. Hyperliquid bleeding millions. Okay, so here's where it gets spicy. The trader knew Hyperliquid would be forced to 1, take over the short position, 2, keep it open, 3, bleed funding, 4, eventually face liquidation. This wasn't a trade, it was financial warfare. So the potential damage was astronomical. Initial position was a $6 million short, paper losses 12 million and climbing. Nuclear scenario, if Jelly hit 15 cents, Hyperliquid's entire $230 million vault would have been wiped. This is what peak financial engineering looks like, right?
So he essentially created his own short squeeze.
Exactly, which is
Crazy.
crazy. But Hyperliquid pulled their trump card. They liquidated 329 million Jelly, 3.72 million at a certain price, actually made a 703K profit, force delisted Jelly entirely. Market price at the time was 50 cents. The ultimate, I'm taking my ball and going home and making money move. So this trade exposed everything wrong with decentralized protocols. No real size limits on illiquid assets, weak Oracle manipulation protection, decentralized until things go wrong. Emergency powers always ready. The trader's genius was targeting these exact weaknesses. Small cap token, automated liquidations, forced position inheritance, no circuit breakers. They found every crack in the system. So then he goes on to shill his project that he's a part of, which is a derivatives platform as well on Sol. And then people began to argue here about why that other derivatives platform is not necessarily better. But I cannot get over this, okay? Like, intentionally
it makes sense.
liquidated.
There's a reason why like MEXC, Bitunix, Weeks, Bybit, all them big players, right? You can only open up a certain size position. I don't know what the ratio is it's the ratio to the liquidity to the market cap. But like Devon said back here, if you can do a perp short on a 20 million MC token, not only did he do it on a 20 million market cap token, but he did a $6 million short. So that's about 30%. Well, it's exactly 30% of 20 million. So he was able to lock up 30% of the liquidity in a short. There's no way. I don't even think he would have been able to exit that position if it had pumped. Or if it would have dumped. There's a reason that they only let you open such certain sizes when it comes to trading.
Yeah, and what Devon says here, Hyperliquid did make things right with the people as well, he read. It's insane. I love DeFi, but shit like this is flawed. 100%. The thing is, when you make something cool, you don't necessarily think about every single way that thing that's cool can be used, right? But I do want to give a special thank you and say, Gotham, this was a great write-up. And so, like I said, Polynomial Phi is his derivatives platform, says he's a co-founder. So I'm actually going to reach out to him and see if I can get him on to talk about that, because this is super interesting. I thought this write-up was great. And yeah, it's definitely a gigabrain move. That is a 200 IQ move right there. And I loved it. I thought it was crazy. All right. Now let's see. So then there were a bunch of other people that wrote on this. But that was my favorite that I read. Let's see. So many bookmarks. I'm not going to read that one because I have it above. But okay, so crypto crime fighting group T3 FCU has frozen 9 million UST today, linked in the Bybit hack. In the past 6 months, T3 FCU has blocked over 150 million in illicit funds, which is pretty crazy. We still have what it was. It was 1.4 billion. So
Right.
they're working on it. But remember,
I mean,
anybody.
it's good that they're able to like get in and kind of put a hurt on these scammers and stuff like that.
Yes.
But the slippery slope is that they were able to freeze $9 million in crypto.
Yes.
You know,
100%. 100%. And I thought this was pretty crazy as well. From Rami, Cardano Rami, member of SNCC. Cool dude. Met him at Rare Evo last year, but money is flowing in from banks and cash to stablecoins at an insane rate. Another 4 billion added in the last week alone, which makes the total stablecoin market cap a new all-time high of 233 billion. This is all while more and more players are looking to create their own stablecoins later this year. And I thought this was a pretty good analysis because, I mean, we have the president of the United States and Liberty Financial, World Liberty Financial, talking about launching their own stablecoin very soon. So that's absolutely nuts. I thought this was crazy as well. Are you bullish on Link?
Oh yeah. Yeah, 100%.
So do you think $500 per link is going to be the floor price?
When?
So this
cycle, no.
This write up right here is AI said that if any country makes its law to use Link proof of reserves, 500 per coin is the floor price. An ETH market cap of 250 billion becomes the next step. Are you ready for your life to change? So this guy is shilling Link. But this was interesting because I have another article here that Chainlink founder, I can't remember the name because I'm trying to think of it, but
did you put that into Coin Perspective?
I did. Oh no, I didn't put this one into Coin Perspective. I should.
I'm gonna do it. I'll do it right now.
Yeah, do that one. But so the big thing is that the founder of Chainlink actually is pushing legislation to basically to create a proof of reserves that is going to be the standard that everybody can use, that is going to be based on the analysis of Chainlink, right? So this is interesting, bullish. It would force everybody to have to use it in order to comply. So like this is kind of a hyperbolic statement. Don't believe it's going to hit 500.
Whoa, wait a minute. Say that again. I'm sorry, I was looking up the link. So that first of all, that'd be a $320 billion market cap.
Yep. 320 billion.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's not going to happen for Link. Not this cycle. I doubt it'll happen next cycle. I mean, Ethereum is at, what they say, Ethereum's at 200. Ethereum's not at 250 right now. No, Ethereum's not at 250. But what is it saying? They're pushing for legislation
that requires, that will create a standard of proof of reserves for all stablecoin issuers. So all stablecoins you'll be able to use through Link to verify that they do have 100% reserves for what they actually have out.
Well, that makes sense. That makes 100%. I mean, yeah, having stuff backed by like commercial paper and stuff like that, kind of sketch, depending on what the commercial paper is. What's the commercial paper? A bunch of penny stocks?
Yeah.
I
mean, and then like when you look at things like FTX, right? Like how much money did Alameda have? None, because that was the same money that FTX had. And they used each other's balance sheet in order to leverage even more, to get more leverage to be able to, I guess, lose more money more quickly, which is crazy. How do you find, you just, I found a couple billion hanging around,
I do think Link is going to be the institutional mediary between crypto and TradFi.
I definitely think so.
With CCIP, it is going to be the go-to Oracle. So can it hit 500? Maybe next cycle. 310 billion. I mean, it's not out of the range of possibilities, but it's not a sexy coin either.
Yeah,
It's not like a meme
100%.
coin that's just going to pump for no freaking reason. It's a
So
utility coin.
I was gonna say, like, recently I saw something that there's super high like projections on the value of AT&T stock over the next several years. And so like I don't like the TradFi world, but it's like if you're in the traditional markets, like people are excited about AI, people are excited about like innovative technology, but people are not excited about AT&T, But like it is the
Yeah, but
infrastructure, it is the value, it is
it's
something
the
that is
customer base. Yeah, the
yeah.
infrastructure, the cell towers, the customer base, the products.
And
It's a
yeah,
little
I can
different.
see that, but 500 is crazy. 100%
Yeah.
sounds like XRP to 589. Sorry, Third Patriot, if you're out there. We
What
didn't mean to hurt
is?
you.
Let's see here. Let's go to Max.
And then Desert, I thought you would love this one.
Oh
Um,
God, what is it?
New Chat GPT image gen can draw sexy men, but not sexy women. And then Sam Altman said, "That's a bug. Should be allowed. We'll fix." And then Sam Altman says, "Hot guy though." So I
Of
thought
course
you
he
would
does.
love that. I thought you would love that.
But can it draw sexy men that think they're a woman?
Yeah, and then how can it
That,
communicate that they think that they're a woman?
exactly.
Yeah,
That's the question
without
you got to
being
ask yourself.
stereotypical or disparaging to a group of people. 100%. But this was
So Chainlink's all-time high, real quick. Chainlink's all-time high was 51.85.
I mean, it's a 10x.
That was in 21. Well, that's a 10x from the all-time high. It's
Yeah,
only
yeah, yeah.
1541 right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, but what you said, a couple of cycles, I could see that.
Yeah.
100%. And this was the bullish news we were talking about as far as tariffs go, because
Yeah.
people are very concerned about these tariffs. There's just market uncertainty. We are not concerned about it. We don't think you guys should be concerned about it. But like the media is making this to be a huge thing. And the reality is that this is basically ongoing negotiation process. This is a barter that is happening. So like there's no reason to freak out now. We'll freak out at the end of it when it turns out it's a bad
When
one.
at war, you use the weapons that are available. And we've been in a global trade war for decades.
Yep.
And now Trump is using the weapons that are available to him. And those are tariffs. I think
100%.
people freak out too much about it when short-term volatility and stuff like that, but in the end you get things like this right here, like John's going over right now. Vietnam cutting, to cut tariffs on US products. They probably had like 100 or 200% tariff on us.
100%. Also, Devrin, any way that we can get a repost from the Rare account on this stream, that would be fantastic. But I just wanted to say right here that so this is a good outcome. Vietnam to cut tariffs on U.S. products, including cars and gas, to avoid President Trump's reciprocal tariffs. So this is dope. This means that something is happening. Some things are working. So that's exciting. And this has been all over the internet. First of all, we saw the iconic picture of Elon Musk playing with forks and spoons and stuff at the table, right? This was a meme-mobile moment that was hilarious. Everybody knows Elon Musk is a little bit special. And so it was a funny picture. But Studio Ghibli is one of my favorite studios that creates movies. But everybody on Twitter has been posting these.
Thank you,
It's
sir.
ChatGPT 4 renderings of different pictures, like different memes and stuff. And so people are loving this. And there's so many, right? So we got, JD Vance.
JD Vance.
Um, Yeah, there was some silly stuff, but look, some of these classic memes right here that they've turned into Studio Ghibli style. And Studio Ghibli for years, they're like true animators. Like it's all hand drawn, everything. The detail is incredible, and I love it. So I've liked that. I think it's funny, but it also leads to a whole new generation of computer generated imaging. Right? This means that we
Right.
can copy these styles and create new things. So the graphic designer's job is going to get either a lot easier or they won't be needed anymore.
You'll still need because AI can only generate from things that already are.
Right
You know
now.
what I mean?
Right
Right.
now at this point.
I don't
But
think they probably have no commercial AI, to my knowledge, can create something out of thin air.
well, I mean,
Like
you
if
have to
you
put in the input. Yes.
no. But like if there's not a picture or a reference point on the internet for it to use,
Yep.
then it can't just create something. Like try and get your chat GPT to create a wine glass that's filled to the brim. It'll never happen
Yeah.
because there's like no pictures of it. You know what I mean? That's just one random example, but
Gotcha.
eventually I don't think there's any commercial AIs that can create and have artistic from scratch. It's
Yeah.
all based on something else.
100%. 100%. I wanted to say shout out to Fluid Token. So I'm interested in Fluid Tokens a lot. And I'll say that the thing that really piqued my attention is Fluid Tokens was primarily on Cardano, and then it moved over to Bitcoin. And the way that I know this is because I was in the Cardano ecosystem. I got into the Omen ecosystem, and then we were able to stake our omens in Fluid
Right.
Token. And those were the Bitcoin omens. And so that was really exciting to me. But Fluid Tokens is doing all kinds of stuff in the background. I actually spoke to some of their team on the back channels, and they're doing a whole lot of stuff with Bitcoin and Cardano since they're both extended UTXO or UTXO models. They're able to do all kinds of cool things with them. And so I think that Fluid Token is really an underrated protocol that is going to do some of the most amazing things, I think, in the Cardano and Bitcoin ecosystem long term. So I'm bullish on them, and I loved this. But Fluid Token has delivered a ton of services to the Cardano community over the years. In the coming days, we'll dive into our latest features. They have all kinds of new lending and borrowing stuff that they have going on, and it's super intuitive and easy to use. But they're primarily started in Cardano, but they're doing a really good job on the Bitcoin ecosystem. So this is awesome. We love it. Fluid will be the place where you deposit your ADA, stables, CNTs, and get yield from them. From hot wallets, cold wallets, multi-sigs, smart contracts, protocols can own liquidity on our protocol and do stuff on other protocols in the same transaction. Let's call it Incept Protocol. El Relito is a legend.
We'll be able to do that. Hold on.
Yep.
Fluid will be the place where you deposit ADA stables from multi-sigs, huh?
Everywhere. Yep. And you can own their liquidity on the protocol and generate fees from the platform use.
Okay.
Right.
That
So
is something we need to look into. That's something we need to look into when it comes to the investment group for JPEG Boss.
Yeah, love it. I definitely, it's something I'll be looking into. I like the team a lot. I actually want to get an interview with El Ralito. Very outspoken character in the Web3 ecosystem for sure. This is pretty crazy too.
Coco,
Just in,
welcome.
CME Group partners with Google Cloud to explore tokenization and enhance capital market efficiency, of course. But we love this. And tokenization, people are looking at blockchain. This is bullish.
See, that's the the opposite. That's what we need. We don't need freaking ETFs of Shiba Inu, Rocket Sonic, whatever the hell it is. We need tokenization of the SPX or tokenization of NVIDIA. We need to be going the other way, and they're pulling us the wrong way. In my opinion, I think TradFi is going to be the death of crypto, and we've invited them in.
Yes, but I will say, well, I think we'll see what happens, but I definitely believe that like crypto and the blockchain ecosystems have kind of like, they started sort of like in the, I don't know, like in the underground, like they were
Right.
niche. And I think that if things get out of hand and TradFi takes everything over, then the same thing will happen, and there will be new communities that are underground and that are niche. That I think that it will never be able to be killed. I think that the cat is out of the box and they can't put it back in, even if they put it back in for other people.
But it's anti-thema to the
Yes, to the ethos of
crypto ethos. You know what I mean?
100%.
I mean, the whole point is to change the system, break out of the chains, break the box, and they cut a little hole in the box and open the door and put a neon sign above it. We're like, oh, hey, what's going on in here?
Yeah, 100%.
So
100%. I definitely agree. And then we have the SEC task force to host 4 more roundtables. This means that conversations are happening. We like this. Yeah, positive. This is all crazy. I think that people really don't understand. People don't understand that where we are now, the fact that we have the president of America, the United States of America, talking about crypto, and crypto is center stage. This is the biggest thing in the entire market. This not only legitimizes crypto, but it also just like makes mainstream people have to think about it. This is opening up massive things. And Martini Guy, I want to say shout out to Martini Guy. This was funny. It says bear market is probably only just starting, which is crazy to me. But I've heard a lot of people talk about a very long extended cycle this time. So he said probably won't be as bad as or as long as the previous ones. You can make a lot of money being on the right side of it. So I can't tell if this is a troll or not, because I feel like we're
flip-flops too much.
Well, he says both things. He talks out of both sides
That's
of his
what I'm
mouth, so
saying.
that way he can delete the one that's not
Right.
right. But so this was interesting. But you should be aware, right? This is a possibility. But Warren Buffett backed Nubank expands its crypto portfolio with 4 new altcoins: ADA, NEAR, Atom, and Algo. So
is that confirmed?
yes,
Because I heard that was just a rumor.
really, I have.
Do we know if that's confirmed or not?
Let's say that it's confirmed by another article that I have, which could be just rehypothecating somebody's rumor. So we won't take
Right.
this as 100% truth. This is on Twitter. But I thought this was big. I saw it a bunch of places, and Altcoin Daily also put it out. So I felt pretty comfortable with it. Breaking: GameStop to raise $1.3 billion to purchase Bitcoin. And I have an article that, now that we're talking about this, I'm not going to read. Plus, I've taken way too much time on these articles right now. But GameStop GME is going to raise $1.3 billion to purchase Bitcoin. One of the articles I have says that they're asking if GameStop's purchases of Bitcoin are going to push Bitcoin to 200,000. And we did the math.
Absolutely not.
We did the math. And so the target price for Bitcoin at 200,000 would require basically a $4 trillion market cap. So GameStop buying $1.2, $1.3 billion. They got to buy $1 trillion worth of Bitcoin for Bitcoin to hit 200,000, and GameStop's not buying it. So we might not see a $200,000 Bitcoin this cycle. I think we will, because I think that a lot of the nation states are going to be fighting for that superior position in Bitcoin. And all the buy pressure is going to come from nation states.
Right.
I don't believe retail is going to come in and then push all the prices up of Bitcoin. I think that they're going to push the price up of
Price-
altcoins.
Price
But,
price movement is not 1-to-1, as in $1 invested and the price goes up $1, but it is a valid point. Freaking GME is not gonna they're not gonna buy enough to create the hype that pushes the, what do they have? A couple $1 billion?
Yep.
Yeah.
A couple of $1 billion.
That's funny. According to Brave's AI, it is parroting the same thing that Nubank is now offering Cardano, Near, Atom, and Algo. So,
okay. Gotcha. Interesting. So I have a couple more things. But I want to get through this as quick as possible. So here we go. More tariff news. President Trump announces a 25% tariff on all cars not made in the United States. And this comes after, I think it was Hyundai just invested. It was like 1.4 billion or something in facilities here to produce more cars in the US.
yeah.
Which honestly, have you seen the new Hyundai cars?
Well, let me tell you something. According to my daughter, who used to do like warranties for Hyundai, Kia, and Genesis, she said, "Don't buy Hyundai."
Oh, interesting. Well, I was just going to say, the appearance-wise, I like the way that they look. The new ones look pretty futuristic. I like it. I think it's interesting.
I seen a brand new Santa Fe today. I wasn't big on it, but the other ones look good. You know what I mean?
Sometimes I see them and I'm like, what is that car? And then I'm like, oh.
Right.
And then, of course, we love this moment. Janet Yellen and the guy with the Buy Bitcoin sign ages ago, before Bitcoin was cool. We love that. Let's see. Yeah, really, that's it. That's all we got here. So that's what we got. I have some articles, but they're too many, and I think that we need to do market, actually look.
I don't have a bunch to go over in the charts because we're kind of flat, but I do got at least 15 minutes worth. So
okay, excellent. So without further ado, what is it that we say? Reset the room. And I'll hit the
Let's do us a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, and notification bell. Give us a repost, all that good stuff. We go live Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. PST, bringing you the daily news nightly. Introducing the relaunch of JPEG Boss Mint, a game changer in the NFT world. This isn't just another mint. It's a community-governed project where you hold the power. Here's the deal. 50% of all mint funds fuel a community investment wallet controlled by boss holders like you, driving collective growth. The proceeds, 60%, go straight back to active participants, rewarding your engagement. 20% powers overhead and expansion. And the final 20% flows to JPEG Empire until the seed funding's repaid. Join the revolution, mint with purpose, govern the future, and reap the rewards. All right, let's start off with some Bitcoin here on the daily. All right, looking at the daily, we printed another red candle today. We had an indecision doji yesterday. We have indecision today, but ultimately came out red. We do have some conflicting things on here. So we finally made it, we made it back above the 200 and solidified a couple days ago, right? But the 21 is just crossed bearish and is still pointing down. Our momentum is getting a little toppish. The VWAP, you can see, has already came down. It is curving in on itself, so we could see it kind of round out, right? But I think we're going to get a drop. Money flow, though, is opposite. Money flow, we're still getting that beautiful arc to the upside. I could kind of see us maybe banging the close till Friday, maybe the end of the month. Market opens again on Monday. Monday's the 1st. and then we get the tariff announcement that everybody's freaking out on the 2nd, and we do have a pullback. So we're definitely not out of the woods. We are holding on to 87,000, which is nice. When we come down to the lower time frames, so we did, we broke the 200 and we got the bullish cross from the 21, but nothing. We came down, retested, bounced, and now we're holding above the 21. We were under the 200 on the 4-hour for quite a few hours today, about 2 or 3 hours. We were not able to get back above, and that would have been total bearishness. You got the VWAP coming back up, so it does seem like the interim, we might get a little bit of a breakout. We're starting to create this flag right here. If we do get a breakout of that, that measured move, it's going to take us to about 92,000. The problem we're having, though, is a lot of these moves, a lot of these measured moves and stuff, they're not following all the way through because we got no volume. We got no liquidity in the market. And for something like Bitcoin, I mean, these lower cap coins, they're respecting the patterns and the moves a little bit more because it takes a lot less to move them. But on something like Bitcoin, it takes a lot of liquidity and a lot of money to pump it. So, that would be what, like 1 or 2% right there. Even out of the flag, actually, that'd be like a 5% pump. That's good. It takes a lot of money to move Bitcoin 5%. You figure we're coming in at 1.2, 1.4 trillion, something like that. No, 58%. So about $1.6 trillion for Bitcoin right now. But I do think the short term, at least going into the end of the week, we are going to see some positive action, or at the very least, we're going to bounce in this range right here. And then maybe, let's see, what's that? That is Sunday. So this takes us to Sunday right here. If we don't break out of this by Friday, I don't see us breaking out of it over the weekend because the close will have already happened in TradFi. And people aren't going to like this, but TradFi runs Bitcoin now. That's just all there is to it. Institutions run Bitcoin. Where the institutions want Bitcoin to go, Bitcoin is going to go. You make absolutely no difference in the price action for Bitcoin. Other coins, yeah, of course, retail. And even when retail gets here, they're not going to make a difference in the price of Bitcoin. It's just not, you don't have enough money. You're fighting against institutions. How did AJ put it? When you're trading crypto or stocks or anything, right? You're trading against thousands of highly educated traders that this is their entire career. They sit in a bullpen and they trade and they trade and they trade. You're trading against the best. So it really doesn't make that much difference, But like I said, I am still bullish. We were breaking out of, no, not there. The 5-minute right here. So we got the perfect, you guys know I love this setup. We break the 200, we retest as the 21 comes, and then we pump, right? And this is just another scenario right here of how that plays out. You long when you break the 200, stop loss below, boom. You can even wait for the retest because the 21's coming up, right? The 21 comes, and then we pump. If we had more volume, this would have been a lot bigger pump. But let's look at SWE, though, because SWE has been doing awesome. We'll worry about that one there in a second. But last night, I think we've been talking about it for multiple days, though. The cup and handle on SWE, we had boom, and then we started to break. I should have left this on here, but I was doing some others, what I had drawn on here. So boom, we got the break of the handle, a little resistance at 247. Boom, took off, hit our freaking target perfectly. Let me see if I have that chart.
So here's a question. What is your low, medium, and what is your estimate for Sui's April 1st price? I have an article where an AI guessed what Sui's price would be in April, and the range
April
that it
1st.
gave is crazy.
So April 1st is the first, is Monday or Tuesday? Let me see here.
No idea.
Tuesday. So April 1st is Tuesday. What's my price prediction? I can't give a freaking price prediction on that many days out. I mean, we're still under the 200 on the daily.
Yep.
We just barely reclaimed the 21. We got money flow to the upside. If we can, okay, here we go. If we get above 283 by this weekend, I think we could be back to 318 on the 2nd. But we have to be able to, if we get rejected from 283, we'll be bouncing around somewhere in here between 283 and 265. I don't know what a price is that far out. Looking at the 4 hour.
So the AI prediction, say? Are you ready for it?
Uh-huh.
The article says that it could rise as much as 369% and by $1.17 by the beginning of the second quarter of this year.
No. Well, maybe mid-April.
They're saying $7.95.
No, that'd be a new all-time high.
They're saying $7.95 the beginning of April.
No.
Well, yeah, they're saying it'll hit 5 first, and then later it'll hit the.
Yeah, no, we're not going back to. We're not going back to all-time high anytime soon. I don't care if it's freaking BlackRock's Aladdin. It's not going back to all-time high anytime soon. We are currently.
Yeah, that is well.
Whoops. All-time high was 531-ish. We're currently 50% down, so we would need 100% pump, a 100% pump to get us there. There's no volume in the market. That means all of that volume would have to be geared towards SWE. And while, it's been dumping, it's just not going to happen. It's just not.
I love these AR articles. And then it's saying it's looking at the final price, like the high, being between $7.95 and $12.17 on the high end.
The all-time high is what? Between what and what?
$7.95 and $12.17.
That I can see, because even 12.17, I believe, is only about 20 or 30 billion in market cap. Let me see here. Oops. So it's 38 billion. $12 is 38 billion. I can see it getting to 38 billion. Huh?
I think it's going to hit. I think it's going to hit at least 50. I could see it hitting like billion. Not
see, that was my target, was for it to hit about 50 billion. Actually, I think the target, when we talked about this several months ago, was my target for SWE was Sol's all-time high last cycle. Not the price, but the market cap. And I think that was 60 billion. That was my target for SWE. That's my high target. So if SWE can go on the run, because I believe that SWE can be the soul of this run. You know what I mean? The Solana of this run. So if it does go on that type of run, 60 billion is my high point, is my high target on SWE. Let's see here. What does that come out to? That's an $18.92 SWE.
Yep.
And it'll actually be a little less than that because they have the monthly unlocks. So, you know, maybe say 18 bucks. But that's like if everything goes right, we hit that parabola in Q3, Q4, but realistically, I'd say probably half of that. I'd say probably 30 billion. I would definitely be taking profits at 30 billion, and that's a $9.46 SWE. Probably be taking profits less than that, $8-9. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely pulling money off the table at around 10 bucks for sure.
100%.
But this, I know we're getting close to the end. Basically, I just wanted to show this. So this is the trade we put out earlier. I put out this earlier, right before it broke this flag. So the take profit is at 83 cents. That's my take profit was at 83 cents because that's the next SR level, right? The measured move takes us to 275, which is first take profit. I've since closed this trade. When it started to pull back right here, I closed, and then I re-entered about right here, ran up, and then I closed, and then I'm out of the trade right now only because we got the live stream going on. And this isn't a trade like the other trades that I'm in. Those are just kind of like set it and forget it trades. This is a trade that I need to keep my eyes on because I was raw dogging it. So I want to make sure I close that. I want to make sure I close that trade. But we did get that beautiful pump last night, and I don't see why we can't get a continuation. You know, we're just kind of retesting. Let's go down to the 5-minute real quick. So we just came back.
Yeah, it's already turned around.
Retested the 21. VWAPs changed. Boom. We're starting to move again.
Green dot.
Depending on where it's at when we get off the stream, I might get back into this long again, but I'll have to gauge it. I wasn't an Aptos long earlier because we broke right here at about 591, but I closed that before we went live. I closed it right about here, somewhere in here. It was only like a 10% gain. Cardano. So Cardano making me a little nervous because we finally broke that 74-cent level. Boom, ran it up, retest, ran up a little bit higher, and then we tried to retest, and then we just lost everything, right? We just came back down. We've lost the 15 or the 200 on the 15, which is bearish. You know, we're trying to make it back up. We regained the 21 and the 50, so we had that death cross right here on the 15, and we're back above the 50, but on the 15, money flow started to curve down. You know, VWAPs pointing down. It looked like it clicked and wanted to go up, but VWAP's pointing down now. Money flows continuing to go down. Momentum, we're getting ready to get a red dot. Probably on the next candle, we'll get a red dot here. RSI is shooting up. Stokes are kind of in the middle. So I think we'll probably try and retest 74. And if we can't get back above 74, we're just going to keep going. We're going to go back down. And this is going to depend on Bitcoin. I mean, truly, you know, we'll probably revisit 72.2 right here. That's where I would think we have local lows, touch. So we could see it, boom, come back down to 72 right here. Look at the 1 minute. Problem with the 1 minute. Cardano has so low volume on MEXC. Let me get. There we go. On the perp chart, it has so low volume that the candles are not smooth. So we did get a little bit of pump. Look, there it is. There's my model. Break the 200, right? We break through 21 goes through. We lost the 21, but double touched the 200 and took off again. So if you'd have had your stop loss set down here somewhere, you might not have got taken out depending on how tight you were. But boom, got that pump, right? 5 minutes. Yeah. So this is where we're at right now on Cardano. Definitely need to, well, look, the 200 on the 5 minute is right at 74. It's going to be right there at about 74. So we definitely need to reclaim the 200. You know, we had a red dot that just went away. We're following the 21 up. It crossed bullish. We got the 21 and the 50 moving up. So if we can get above this, then I would consider longing again. But until we break that SR level, until we turn it into support, I just don't see longing Cardano right now. XRP, my goodness, XRP just dumped today. Go through this real quick. So boom, nice red candle on the daily. What is that? About a 4% candle on the daily. And look, it took us right back down to support at 234. And since then we have bounced. And this is actually 234 actually ends up being the golden pocket. So you can see, pull a fib on that, bottom to top, wick to wick on the daily, came down, bounced off the 234 SR, and we're bouncing off the golden pocket. So that, I mean, that gives me hope for XRP, but we got VWAP coming down. Money flow still going to the upside slightly. As long as we don't break this curve, you know what I mean? Even if it cuts back a little bit, like these areas, as long as that cut back in money flow doesn't create a lower low, we're still showing positive momentum to the upside on money flow. But we do got the momentum coming down. We got the VWAP coming down. So over the next couple days, I don't know, I could see Cardano, or I could see XRP bleeding a little bit over the next couple days. This is a key level though, 234. We got lots of daily action right at 234. You know, boom, resistance. Look, we fell through, came up, couldn't get it, fell through, blasted through, acted as support, fell through, and then we hit our head a couple of times till we finally broke through, and then now it's been holding as support. So if we can hold 234, I'm not too worried. But if we lose 234, boom, we're probably coming back to 223. Or if we're lucky, we'll get a bounce off the 786 right here. There is a little bit of a node right here at 229. So other than that, be careful out there when it comes to trading. There's no liquidity in the market, which means moves can be violent or not at all. You can expect a move to, you could be charting, putting your patterns, using the moving averages and be like, okay, this is what's supposed to happen. We broke the SR level. We had the Stokes going up, RSI going up. We broke the 200 and then it just, you know, just poof. You just get a little bit of a movement and then it retraces because there's no volume. There's no volume. So that's where we're at. What do you think, John?
I was hoping for a $12 SUI next week.
Yeah, you and me both.
But no, I'm excited about what's going on. I didn't even get through all the articles, so I'll have a ton of articles tomorrow. Very excited. And
do it. You know what? Hold on a second. Do us a favor. Put in the comments. Do you like the way it happened tonight, where John just did like Twitter? Or would you rather see articles or a combination of both? You know,
let us know in the comments because we put a lot of work into this, right? We do this every single day, every single night, 6 p.m. PST, and we are trying to get better.
We're still broke.
Yeah, we're still poor, right? We need one of those. We need one of those steak sponsorships. It gives us like a couple million a month.
There we go. That's what we need.
You know what I mean? then you'd see me every single day come in here covered in peanut butter. you'd be like, John, what's happening? And it's like one of those memes where they're like, like if I had money, I wouldn't tell anybody, but there'd be signs.
Right.
I'd have a shelf of Jif peanut butter in the back. I wouldn't say anything about money or anything, but I would just be covered in peanut butter every single day. Be crazy.
So Fozzie likes the combo.
Thank you, Fozzie. Appreciate that for sure. I usually go back and forth. It was just a lot of overlap today in Twitter and some of the articles. But one of the biggest ones I didn't even get to was Wyoming. Wyoming is going to be putting out a stable coin, a state-issued stable coin. And I just wanted to remind everybody that the reason that Cardano is not building that coin and got disqualified from the running, according to Charles Hoskinson, was because they claimed Cardano didn't have the ability to seize and freeze. Although Cardano is the infrastructure and you can build seize and freeze on your tokens on top of the Cardano infrastructure. But for that reason, they went with somebody else to create their stablecoin. They wanted seize and freeze.
But the question is, because we went over this before.
Yeah.
I like when Desert says number go up. Yeah. We all do. We all do. I wish I could just say it every day and it happens. But basically it's not Wyoming. It's not the state of Wyoming's stable coin, right?
Yeah.
Because we've been over this before. A state cannot create
you're
currency.
Right. Well, yes, but I think that it's I feel like a stable coin is the loophole because it's not necessarily a currency. It's just like a different representation of a dollar.
Stable coin is currency. So basically they're just creating their own stable coin, but it's pegged to the dollar.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, if it's pegged to the dollar, then it is what it is. It is the United States Treasury note or whatever federal bank promissory, whatever BS they're selling us this piece of paper.
It is a piece of paper that other people perceive with value and will trade you food for, even though you can't eat it.
Yeah, as long as that makes more sense because like I said, a state cannot create its own currency per the Constitution, maybe.
No.
I don't know.
Something. But thank you all for joining us. This was an excellent episode. We come to you live every day, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. And fun fact, that interview, I didn't get to do it, but Clovernode's founder, he said he would like to talk when the World Mobile Token phone comes out. And then so he said phone. And so he said, let's do it next week, same time. Comes out. He wanted to talk about that. I said, how can I get me one?
Right.
How do I get one early? Because that would be great. I would love to do a World Mobile phone.
We'll beta test some phones for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, send them over here. I'll give you my address. Send it to you in DMs. Dude, I'll tweet it on my Twitter. Who's coming out here?
I'm not putting my address on Twitter.
No, of course. There are some weird people. I'll get swatted. But thank you all for joining us. This has been a blast. And we will see you tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific time, bringing you the daily news nightly. Share, like, subscribe, retweet, repost. Come check us out on YouTube. We're trying to get to 500 followers on YouTube. I think we're almost to 400. So every subscription helps us out. Also, check us out on TikTok, where TikTok's moving, man. Thank you, guys.
That's right.
We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Introducing the relaunch of JPEG Boss Mint, a game changer in the NFT world. This isn't just another mint. It's a community-governed project where you hold the power. Here's the deal. 50% of all mint funds fuel a community investment wallet controlled by boss holders like you, driving collective growth. The proceeds, 60%, go straight back to active participants, rewarding your engagement. 20% powers overhead and expansion. And the final 20% flows to JPEG Empire until the seed funding's repaid. Join the revolution, mint with purpose, govern the future, and reap the rewards.